So you want to write a romance novel. I'm Megan Brandy, and I've been getting a lot of messages lately asking for advice from aspiring authors. I decided I'm going to make some little videos to try to tackle a couple of little things that I know helped me along the way that maybe will help you. So if you have any specific questions or specific things that you're hoping to get a little more information of, you can drop a comment below and I will see if that's something that I feel comfortable speaking on, and we'll see some more videos like this. So with that said, I have my very first piece of advice. Start your book. I know it's not that simple, right? But here's something that I personally have learned since the beginning of my journey. I started writing in 2015. I've published 20 novels now, with my 21st coming out in June. As soon as inspiration hits, it seems like it doesn't stop. Like once you open up that little part in your brain that all these little stories form, they never go away. So as we sit right now, there's probably a good 12 solid stories that I want to write, that I have thought about or I think about randomly, or I have little tips and comments and notes in my freaking Apple Notes about all these, okay? Pick one. If you are someone who can write multiple books at once, I envy you. I have tried. But if you are jumping into a new doc, into a new story because, oh man, I can't think right now, I don't know where to go from this one, so I'm going to jump over to this one and get 200 or 300 words, and then when that comes back to me, I'm going to go back to that doc, and then I'll add more, and then when I get stuck again, I'm going to go back over to this one. Definitely, in my opinion, that is just delaying you from getting to that final page where you have that fully finished first draft. As someone who does not plot their books, meaning I am a pantser, so I literally fly by the seat of my pants, right? That's basically the definition of what a pantser is. I have no idea what's going to happen in my books. So there are many, many points across writing a novel where I have that same issue, and I just stop and I'm staring at my screen and I'm cleaning my bookshelf, or I'm rearranging this and that, just hoping inspiration will stick while I'm blaring the playlist in the background, hoping something just comes to me. Okay. This is something that I've learned. This is a little trick that I call it a trick that has helped me get past that to where I have been able to publish as many books as I have. When you are stuck, when you get to a point where you're like, I have no idea what's supposed to happen next, throw in a random event. I know it sounds easy, but life always goes on, right? Like in your normal day to day, you get hurt. Well, tomorrow's still Melissa's birthday, okay? Oh, but you are heartbroken. Well, guess what? You still have a baby shower to go to this weekend. Or, oh shit, he did this or this or that. Well, guess what? Too bad. You still have to cheer in tomorrow's game. Okay, so any of these things, whatever your storyline is, throw in a event. Are they business partners? Do they work at the same place? Is it a workplace romance? Throw in a fundraiser because they're both going to be there. Is it YA or just any kind of high school? Throw in a basketball game. Throw in a party. Same thing for college, okay? You can throw in a basketball game or a football game or a party or sorority initiation that they come across. Like whatever you want to do, it will work. Because now you are in a fresh setting, which means you have a fresh mind. Especially, so think about like if it's a high school or college, or maybe she's like the equipment manager on a NBA team, so they're always on that bus or on that court or in that locker room, or they're always at that workplace. So now it's fair game, fresh, clean slate, new setting, new descriptions, new people. So maybe you needed that point of jealousy, right? So now you're at a place where there's a bunch of other people. So now you can make him jealous, or you can make her jealous. Even if it's just you're having a conversation, they just think so. Well, guess what? There's your first sign or act of, why is he acting this way? So now you're like, ooh, getting the readers intrigued in a different way. Or maybe you're forcing them to have that conversation that they haven't had. Or maybe she's telling her best friend about what happened, and then he shows up and then he follows her outside, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. All of that will come to you as you go. So first, I guess maybe that's two pieces of advice for my first video here. Guys, this one's way too long. I got to cut it off. So pick one, keep going. And when you get to a point where you have no idea what to do next, throw in an event. Let it lead you to the next scene, because it's going to take you from that moment of being unsure of what to do into the next scene. That's a fresh setting, right? Like we talked about. And it's going to lead you right where you need it to go afterwards, because something is going to happen or pop up in your mind while you're there like, oh shit. So that is one part of the writing process that I wish I figured out a long time ago. Hope that helps. And if you have any more specific questions, drop a comment below.